And staying with news from Russia, 2 people have been killed and 3 others injured as a rocket exploded on a naval test range in Russia, according to the Russian Defense Ministry. The incident was caused by the explosion of a liquid-propelled rocket engine at a test site in northern Russia. Very few details of the incident have been given out by the Ministry of Defense. The site hosts Russia's Navy facility, serving as a base for testing ballistic missiles intended for nuclear submarines. The mysterious incident led people in the 2 nearby cities to stock up on iodine amidst fears of radiation. Although the ministry has claimed that there were no harmful chemicals released in the atmosphere, authorities in one of the cities reported a spike in radiation. Locals rushed to buy medical iodine, with pharmacies' stocks of iodine reported to be running out in the 2 cities. There has still been no official explanation on why such an accident would lead to radiation. This is the second military accident in Russia in less than a week. Thousands of people were evacuated from villages surrounding a Russian military base after a series of explosions rocked an ammunition depot. And speaking of Russia, Vladimir Putin has the uncanny ability to stay in power and in the news. Last year, he commissioned a documentary on himself to run on Russian state television. He has projected a carefully crafted image to his countrymen and the world. The image of an adventure junkie, a stuntman, and something he did not bargain for, a magnet for controversies. Vladimir Putin loves adventure and hates dissent. Our next report takes a closer look at the man himself.
From being neck-deep in controversies to taking a swim in the sub-zero waters of the Siberian River, there is never a dull moment in Vladimir Putin's life. Riding a horse, rafting, fishing, it's all a part of the routine. And when those forms of adventure don't suffice, he takes off on a fighter jet, a special craft requiring years of practice. In 2008, Putin was at the Ussuri National Park, but it was no ordinary visit. He shot a tranquilizer dart at a tiger for scientists to carry out some research. The big cat, though, took away some of Putin's thunder. The tiger passed away instead of going to sleep. The international media described the incident as a stunt, but Russian scientists were quick to point out that the scientific purpose for which the president had pulled the trigger had been served. Putin has reportedly also shot a dart at a polar bear and tagged it with a GPS device. The bear lives on, we hope. He also has a thing for speed. In 2010, in St. Petersburg, Vladimir Putin became the fastest politician in the world. He hit the gas pedal in a Formula One car to test it under icy, slippery conditions. Where other drivers would have treaded gingerly, Vladimir Putin smashed right through the 240 km/h barrier. And then there's scuba diving. Vladimir Putin has explored the depths of Lake Baikal, the deepest lake in the world, in a deep water submersible. And tried his hand at ice hockey. But that wasn't a smooth sail. He is a black belt in judo. He only eats food cleared by the Kremlin, and his travels abroad mean a team will reach the spot a month in advance to make arrangements. Putin has painstakingly nurtured his personality cult. He's larger than life and wants Russia to see him as such. Vladimir Putin has ruled his country for 2 decades, even finding a way to bypass term limits through a stint as prime minister, and is known to lead with an iron fist, earning himself the infamous tag of a Tsar. Putin is known to be obsessed with knowing what the world is saying about him, but reports say that he rarely uses the internet. He relies on his aides to keep him up to speed with how he is being lauded, or mocked, as the case may be. He does have reason to be worried. Putin's approval ratings have been plummeting, from a record high of almost 90% in 2015 to 64% now. In Putin's Russia, there is zero tolerance for dissent. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.